Here's an amazing story that will inspire you to believe in yourself. There was a business executive who was deep in debt and could see no way out. Creditors were closing in on him. Suppliers were demanding payment. He sat on the park bench, head in hands, wondering if anything could save his company from bankruptcy. Suddenly, an old man appeared before him. "I can see that something is troubling you," he said. After listening to the executive's woes, the old man said, "I believe I can help you." He asked the man his name, wrote out a check, and pushed it into his hand, saying, "Take this money. Meet me here exactly 1 year from today, and you can pay me back at that time." Then he turned and disappeared as quickly as he had come. The business executive saw in his hand a check for $500,000, signed by John D. Rockefeller, then one of the richest men in the world. "I can erase my money worries in an instant," he realized. But instead, the executive decided to put the uncashed check in his safe. Just knowing it was there might give him the strength to work out a way to save his business, he thought. With renewed optimism, he negotiated better deals and extended terms of payment. He closed several big sales. Within a few months, he was out of debt and making money once again. Exactly 1 year later, he returned to the park with the uncashed check. At the agreed-upon time, the old man appeared. But just as the executive was about to hand back the check and share his success story, a nurse came running up and grabbed the old man. "I'm so glad I caught him," she cried. "I hope he hasn't been bothering you. He's always escaping from the rest home and telling people he's John D. Rockefeller." And she led the old man away by the arm. The astonished executive just stood there, stunned. All year long, he'd been wheeling and dealing, buying and selling, convinced he had $500,000 behind him. Suddenly, he realized that it wasn't the money, real or imagined, that had turned his life around. It was his newfound self-confidence that gave him the power to achieve anything he went after. Let's dive into the law of assumption in this case. The law of assumption states that whatever you assume to be true in your mind will become your reality. This law suggests that by assuming or believing in something, you create the conditions for that belief to manifest in your life, even if there is no physical evidence supporting it at first. It emphasizes the power of belief and how thoughts shape our experiences. The business executive's transformation was not due to the money, the $500,000 check, but rather due to his assumption that he had the financial backing of a powerful figure like John D. Rockefeller. By choosing to believe in this assumption, he gained the confidence to act in a way that led to positive outcomes. The law of assumption shows us that it's not always external circumstances that dictate our reality. It's the assumptions we hold internally that shape the actions we take and the opportunities we see. In this story, the executive's mental shift from despair to confidence, rooted in his assumption of having the financial power of Rockefeller, is what enabled him to change his life. His success was not a result of the check itself, but of his belief in the power of that check and what it represented.